Because I was thinking, what if they asked for help from me and knocked on my door? But what if someone was seriously injured and one of them caused it? Then I would be a witness to something I didn't want to be a witness to. Hello Life Squad, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And tonight we are filming from my walk-in closet because, well, why not? I'm comfortable here and it's easier to set up here. So yes, we are here tonight, and I think my lighting is working well in this room. So tonight, by the way, we are going to have story time, and it's going to be about my experience on Thursday night, and I went even past midnight. So stay tuned. So let's talk about what happened. It was around 11:29 or 11:30 in the evening Thursday, and it seemed like a usual late night, and I was getting hungry, so I was watching Netflix, and I wanted to make bacon sandwich, and so I started defrosting my bacon from the freezer, and then I heard screaming, which came from my neighbors. I heard a guy screaming as if he was mad, and a woman also screaming as if she was very scared. And I didn't know exactly how to feel, but, well, automatically, of course, I would get scared because I'm a foreigner here. I didn't know what was going on at first. And to hear people screaming like that, of course, I wanted to get a sense of what was going on. I wanted to know if it was like an emergency, maybe a fire, or maybe someone was in a very serious medical condition or whatnot. But a few minutes later, I realized that they were actually fighting. I didn't understand what they were saying, first because I don't really speak very good Thai, but you can get a sense of how the conversation was going because of, you know, how they were screaming, not talking. They were screaming at each other, and I heard knocking as well. You know, like the guy was continuously banging on the door, and so it scared me because it sounded like it was coming from just 2 units away. So I was scared. You know, it scared me, and so my first reaction was to kill the lights and turn off my TV, because I was thinking, what if they asked for help from me and knocked on my door? But what if someone was seriously injured and one of them caused it? Then I would be a witness to something I didn't want to be a witness to. Also because I wouldn't understand exactly what happened there, because I wouldn't understand what they're saying. And if it was an emergency, I don't want them to waste their time on me when I wouldn't understand them. Then again, because I don't speak very good Thai. You know, if they were actually having an emergency, I would prefer for them to think that nobody's here, and so they could ask for help from another unit that would probably have someone who understands them, because they're all Thai. So yeah, that's what I did. Cowardly, I know, but that was also smart. You know, I thought that was really smart. And so that's what I did. I killed the lights, turned off my TV, turned off my exhaust, because I was defrosting my bacon and it was starting to smell. So I turned the exhaust at first, and then I had to turn it off because it was noisy. And I was peeking through my my door's peephole. I was just trying to see, although I knew I wasn't gonna see them because it sounded like it was like 2 units away from me. But I just wanted to be ready for when they would possibly knock on my door. I would see them first. And I was thinking, if you see someone rushing to your door, don't ever move. Don't even breathe heavily. And yeah, to be honest, it was really scary. I was also, well, moments later, I also started chatting with my friends on the group chat, and I was like, hey, I think there's a couple fighting in my condo, and it sounded like it was just 2 units away, so it's scary. And I was also wanting to dispose my garbage, and I was about to head out, like while defrosting my bacon. You know, I wanted to go out and dispose my garbage, but now I can't do that. And I was tempted to, because I just don't want food scraps in my place overnight. And so I wanted to really dispose it. But I said to myself, no, it's not worth it. You know, it could potentially be dangerous. What if, you know, you pass by there and you see something, and now you're a witness to something, and what if they go after you? So that's what I was thinking. You know, you just have to be smart when you're a foreigner, you know, a foreigner in another country. You just have to be smart. And they're not my friends anyway. You know, I don't know them. So yeah, so that's what I was thinking. It's not worth it. Just stay in. You know, food scraps and your rubbish, staying overnight at your place is better than compromising your safety. And so yeah, I didn't dispose my garbage, and I started talking to my friends, and we were even joking on the group chat, and I was like, maybe I should ready casting on my TV on YouTube a voice of a very angry big man, just like in Home Alone, the movie, right? I know, right? So I was like, so when someone knocks on my door, I'm gonna play it loud so that they would get scared that, hey, oh, it sounds like a big foreigner who's mad, so let's not continue knocking on this door. So that's what I was thinking. And we were just laughing on the group chat, although I was scared. You know, I was anxious, I was nervous, I was scared. But just again, moments later, I said to myself, maybe it's fine, you know. And they also stopped screaming just minutes later, but it went on for maybe like 15 to 20 minutes that they were screaming and banging on the door. And yeah, 15 to 20 minutes is long for something like that, because we have other neighbors, and for them to do that, for it to go that long, that kind of quarrel to go as long as 15 to 20 minutes is, yeah, to me it's long. So yeah, anyway, they went awfully quiet after about 15 to 20 minutes. I was like, oh, they're quiet, so now I can turn my lights back on. And so I said, I could also maybe go back to cooking my bacon. And I also said to myself, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Maybe if they get a sense that I'm a foreigner, you know, even before they knock on my door, they're gonna smell the bacon. And if you smell bacon, that's obviously not Thai, because Thai people, I think, like in my experience, staying here for 5 years, more than 5 years, they're not very experimental with other countries' cuisines. most of them only really like eating Thai food. Like they don't really like a lot of different other cuisines from different other countries, much less something that is fatty like bacon. So I was like, okay, maybe it's a good thing. It's going to be a good thing for me to continue cooking, because bacon is very, it just really smells, you know. You would know someone's cooking bacon because it smokes, and your place will be filled with the yummy smell of bacon, and it will even go as far as, you know, like through the door. So I was like, maybe it's a good idea for me to go back to cooking my bacon so they could smell it. They wouldn't even bother knocking on my door because they're going to be like, oh, it's a foreigner. Maybe let's not knock on this door. That person's not going to be able to understand us. Also, I resumed playing on my television the TV show that I was watching on Netflix, which is an American TV show called The Good Doctor. And so I played it a little bit louder than usual, so they would get a sense that, hey, again, you know, that I'm not from here, that I won't be able to understand them. So I was like, oh, I'll just enjoy it. I'm gonna be calm. I'm gonna cook my bacon, make myself a nice sandwich, get back to watching Netflix, and enjoy my evening that they spoiled. And then when I resumed watching and I was eating my bacon sandwich, they started screaming again. Like, just like the very first time they screamed, as if they were fighting, and the woman really sounded like she was scared. And, I don't know, as if she was getting beaten by the guy who was extremely angry. So, I don't know, I scared a little bit, but I just said, ugh, you can't really do anything. I mean, it really is just not worth it, you know, getting in the way. Like, they have other neighbors closer to them. Their next door neighbor is there, and I didn't hear anyone else get in the middle. So if other neighbors don't get in the middle, maybe I should do the same, because they know their people better, you know. And if they're smart enough not to get in the middle, maybe I should too, you know. And so that's what I did. I mean, they're all Thai, but they didn't get, you know, they didn't help. So maybe they're thinking it's risky. So, you know. So what's the lesson there, aside from the fact that I was scared? Cowardly, but smart. So I guess the lesson there is that in a country wherein you don't understand the language, you have to be very careful. You have to be smart. You don't play the hero. And you have to take care of yourself and prioritize your safety first. So do whatever it takes to make sure that you're safe. And if there was a medical emergency, I'm sure other Thai people can do better help and service, because they would understand each other. They would also be able to understand the paramedics if it comes to that. They will be able to explain what went on, and that is something you're not going to be able to do. Plus, again, you're putting your life on the line and at risk for something like that. And two people from the country wherein you're a visitor fighting, I mean, two people who are fighting, and those two people are from the country wherein you are a visitor, you don't get in the middle. Because you don't get in the middle of two people who are fighting who has a leverage over you, because things can take a turn very, very easily and the next thing you know, you're the enemy. So be smart. Always remember and just keep it in your head that you are and will always be a foreigner. You know, especially in a country that you don't understand the language very well, that you don't speak it and don't understand the language very well. So be what you are and have always been. And you're probably saying a neighbor, and I say no. You think you're a neighbor, you are not the neighbor. You are the foreigner tenant living next door. So don't be the hero and prioritize your safety. So I guess that's all for tonight. Again, if you're a foreigner like me in Thailand, just don't be the hero. Prioritize your safety and play cool. Be calm. Ready your friends' contacts on your phone, and also keep a number or a contact of your office, your building's office, or security guards in your office, and keep a number of authorities on your phone as well. Okay. All right. Well, that's it for tonight. Thank you for tuning in and listening to my story and my experience, and I hope that you learned something and that you were entertained as well. You know, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.